Hello, welcome to Nana's Journey. I'm Deanna, and today we are going to do block 4 of the Palazzo Block of the Month by Aurifil. This month's collection is Sicily Yellow, and we are going to be doing these blocks here and this little section here. And the colors are Champagne 2105, and that will go with that fabric. This is Lemon by 2115, and Pale Yellow 1135, and that will go with that fabric. Now I did get my patterns all pre-folded, and I drew the lines on the back, and I went clear to the trim line, or you could just trim it. I just want to make sure that my fabrics go all the way to this line. Last time I drew the line on the seam line, and so one of them didn't go all the way to the fabric. So I want to make sure, or all the way to the line. So I want to make sure my fabrics go at least to the trim line. And today we will be going over this unit and this unit. And these units were the same, these are the same ones we did in red. But I will just review these two, and let me get the fabrics cut out, and we will be back. Okay, I have the fabrics all cut out, labeled in the order that they go. I've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 for this piece. I've got the pieces pre-folded and marked. And so let's get over to the sewing machine. Also, I forget, the backgrounds I have are just scraps. I'm using as many scraps as I can. I'm only going to go shopping if I need to. So this is a good scrap buster. So let's get over to the sewing machine. Okay, I have my cutting board with me. I have my 2 add rulers. They have that little lip that helps you butt up right next against the fold. I've got my rotary cutter. I've got my stitch length at 1.8. I was told a good length is between 1.5 and 1.8. And we are going to start with number 1. So we're going to turn the paper over. This is the wrong side of the paper, and we're going to put the wrong side of the fabric for piece number 1 along the paper, or where it goes. And I'm going to pin that into place. Okay, then we're going to turn it over, and we're going to find number 2. So between 1 and 2, we're going to fold. We're going to get our ruler, and we're going to trim. Then we're going to get number 2 and put right sides together. You want to make sure that it is going to go all the way down and come to this point and that point. You want to make sure it not only covers, but you have seam allowance. You pin that. And I've got newsprint. My newsprint finally came, so I'm using that. Now, because this is the edge, I'm going to start off the edge. I'm going to come to this point and then lock my stitch. Fold and trim. We had number 2, so now we're going to do number 3. We'll do the fold between 2 and 3. So now we find a number 3 and put that between here and here, right sides together. And make sure that is going to, that ends right there. That's more than a 1/4 inch. So I'm going to scoot that down a little. Pin it. I'm going to start off the edge again and come to the point. And press it open. And we just keep repeating this. I'm going to find number 4, fold, line, shove that up against the fold. Find number 4. Put down right sides together. And these are both edge pieces, so I can go from edge to edge. And this piece is done. We just need to trim it. Okay, now we're going to start with this piece. And the big white piece is number 1. So we want that to face up. It's the only piece that goes face up. All other pieces go face down. So pin this in so it doesn't flop around. Okay, so now we've got number 2. So we're going to fold, get our ruler, turn that over, find number 2. This doesn't really have a right sides. That point ends there. I want at least a 1/4 inch. And then I'm going to pin it. And come from the edge to the point there and lock my stitch. Okay. Now we're going to press it open. Fold and trim. Also, when you press, make sure you use a dry iron because of the paper. You don't want to get your paper wet. Okay, and grab number 3. Pin it. And I'm going to come off the edge and come off the edge. And then we will iron that open. Okay, we're going to do this one next. The first piece is right in the middle. I'm going to put that right there. Pin. think that needs to be moved up a little. I think that is fine. Right there, I've got 1/4 of an inch. Okay, so now I get number 2. Right sides together. Put them together and sew. And I'm going to start right here, lock my stitch, and go to this point and lock my stitch. Okay, now we're going to fold. Number 3 is right here. Trim. And find number 3. Face down. So right sides are together. Pin. And do the same thing. Lock my stitch here and here. And press it open. Okay, now we're going to find number 4, which is this piece right here. Fold, trim, grab piece number 4, right sides together, and I can see the lines are right there and there. And I'm going to lock right here and right here. Press it open, and then we will do the same thing for the other side. Okay, now that we have our units pieced, we just need to trim them, and we will trim along the dotted lines. And I will use the one I have designated for my paper piece, or paper cutting. Okay, we've got those 2 units done. This one is its mirror image of this one. So we're going to sew these 2 together. We'll just flip it over. and we'll sew on the line. And we'll take this one, sew on the line, and then I will press them open. Now with this one, we finally get to match the orange and the yellow, and we will sew on that line and press them open. So let's get back to the sewing machine. Okay, I'm so sorry. I went and pressed the record button to stop the recording, and it turns out I had forgotten to press it. So I just sewed these two together, and the yellow and the orange together. And so now we have all our blocks done for this month. And now I am caught up until I get the next shipment this month in August. So when I do that, get that, I will do that and get it out. But thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you next time on Nana's Journey.